Alright guys, what's going on? Gonna be bringing you guys some Division 2 today. Gonna be showing you guys one of my favorite builds to run for pretty much anything. Heroic control points, missions. Yeah, one of my favorite builds to run is this Hunter's Fury build. Gonna be talking about the build and just showing you guys what I run. You can run this a lot of different ways. Maybe for legendary you probably have to tweak it a little bit, maybe add more armor, or some sort of regen on it, but yeah, gonna show you guys. So what I run is I run the 4-piece Hunter's Fury set. I run it with 2 blues and the rest reds. My favorite weapon to use with this build is the Dark Winter. A lot of people I know a lot of people don't really have this one, just because I know it's a dark zone exclusive, but I think you can honestly find this one pretty easy in the dark zone, as long as it's SMGs. You guys can pretty much farm for it. You guys can use a chatterbox if you have it. I know a lot of people don't like the chatterbox, but I think it's a pretty good SMG as long as you play it right. But pretty much any SMG for this build will run pretty good. I see a lot of people run the Vector SBR 9mm. You can also run that one, or the regular Vector SBR will work just as fine. I have Sadis on this one. I think I was running it with another build, but you guys can switch out this talent and put honestly close and personal, or maybe measured. I've seen people run preservation, or you can run close and personal if you guys want to. But yeah, this Dark Winter, I honestly really like this SMG. I think it pairs up good with the Hunter's Fury. I got SMG damage, crit chance, and damage to targets out of cover is the roles you ideally want. But yeah, that's how I run it. The talent is Perfect Killer. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 50% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. So pretty good build. Pretty good weapon for this build. And yeah, the secondary, I love running the Scorpio. It's probably one of my favorite shotguns in the game, if not my favorite weapon in general. But the secondary, yeah, you guys can run the Scorpio, or if not, if you guys do not have it, you guys can run the ACS 12. Whichever is your favorite, the mop will work just as good, or any other weapon you guys want, to be honest. Sidearm doesn't really matter. You guys can run whatever. All right, let's talk about the actual gear pieces. All right, let's look at it. Hunter's Fury set, 2 pieces will give you 15% shotgun damage and 15% SMG damage. The 3-piece will give you 20% armor on kill and 100% health on kill. And running the 4-piece will give you the talent Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuff enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So yeah, a lot of amplified damage on this build. That's why I really love it. And yeah, let's get into the chest piece. Chest piece is a Sokolov chest piece with burning the 1-piece, giving me 10% SMG damage, and I have all reds. You guys, I like stacking crit damage and crit chance on pretty much everything. If you guys want, you guys can put a little bit more crit chance on here if you want to get that 60%. But I think we almost hit 60% in this build, so I'm not too worried about it. And the talent is Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters, which works perfectly with the backpack talent. So we'll get to the backpack talent a little bit. The holster is another Hunter's Fury with weapon damage and crit damage. The mask, I don't know if I showed it to you guys. I have armor on this one, giving me some survivability, and I stacked crit damage and crit damage mod. The knee pads is another Hunter's Fury with 50% weapon damage and critical hit damage. The gloves are Hunter's Fury also with armor and critical hit damage. The backpack You guys can run, if you want, a 2-piece Sokolov. I know the 2-piece will give you 10% SMG damage and 50% critical hit damage. But if you guys do not have a backpack like I do, I do not have a good Sokolov backpack with Adrenaline Rush, you guys can run a Grupo Sombra backpack, also giving you that 15% critical hit damage. So I'm pretty sure Sokolov or Grupo Sombra, you guys could run either or. But ideally, you would want a Sokolov for that 10% SMG damage and a 15% critical hit damage from either Grupo Sombra or Sokolov. So yeah, I run that with 12.6% weapon damage, 5% critical hit chance, and a maxed out crit damage and a maxed out crit damage mod. With the talent Adrenaline Rush, whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush are probably, I want to say, probably the most popular talents in the game. Just for PvE and PvP, they work great in both. So yeah, I am running Adrenaline Rush and Intimidate. But as you can see, this backpack is not maxed out with crit chance or weapon damage, so we can still probably hit a little bit higher if we wanted to, but I haven't been able to find a better one. But yeah, these are the talents you want to run just because it pairs up good with Intimidate, and they just pretty much go hand in hand with Hunter's Fury, because you have to be within 15 meters of the enemy for them to receive that debuff with Apex Predator, in order to get that amplified 20% damage. So again, Intimidate will give you that 35% weapon damage as long as you're within 10 meters of that enemy. So, as long as you're in 10 to 15 meters or 10 meters, you're going to get that amplified weapon damage that you want. And then Adrenaline Rush goes hand in hand with that, also giving you that extra 20% bonus armor for enemies whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy. Giving you that survivability, and with that bonus armor will proc that Intimidate, giving you that weapon damage. So yeah, ideally these are the 2 talents you want. You guys can play around. You guys can play around with other talents if you want to, but these are the main talents. Pretty much everyone runs with Hunter's Fury. I've even seen some people maybe run Obliterate, but it's honestly up to you guys. You guys can play around with the build, and and make it your own. This is what I run. I run 2 blues, giving me 1.1 million armor. If you guys want, you guys can run, where is it at? You guys can run another piece of blue if you guys want to, giving you 1.3 million armor if you guys want to be a little bit tanky. But I think that for me, 1.1 is good. I think it's a good survivability for me, and it's where I'm comfortable. But if you guys want more armor, then go for it. But yeah, and the skills, honestly, the skills are kind of up to you in a way. But there is one skill that I pretty much would say is sort of a must, just because you want to protect that bonus armor you have, because that's gonna proc that Intimidate and give you it's gonna give you that weapon damage you want. So the skill that I want, that I recommend for you guys, is the Crusader Shield. You guys, I run this not only because it helps me stay up, it also protects that bonus armor and helps me just hit harder. But yeah, you guys can run the Crusader Shield and pretty much put whatever mods you want on it. The next skill you guys can run is, I love running the Banshee Pulse just because it disorients those enemies, so I can hit them and then get up close to them and take them out. But if you guys want to run anything else, you guys can. This is not really like a must, but I like running it. Seeing people run striker drones. I used to run the Revive Hive a lot just because with this build, you are a little bit squishy. So the enemies in this game, as you guys know, hit pretty hard, so the Reviver Hive would be a good skill to use just for some of you guys who have just started playing the game and are new to Heroic. You guys could run that Reviver Hive to to get you back up if you guys need to. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the build. Oh yeah, the gunner class is of course probably the class you guys are going to want to run, just because it gives you that armor on kill and it gives you that extra rate of fire after you kill an enemy. And yeah, so the gunner class, and I think that's pretty much it. I think I've showed you guys the everything. I think I've explained everything, so let's keep going. Gonna show you guys some gameplay of it. So what I plan to do is, for these build videos, explain the build and then show you guys some gameplay. This is my first build video, so hopefully I'm not all over the place, and hopefully you guys understand, you know, the build, and hopefully I explain it good. But yeah, I honestly play this game a lot when I'm not recording my single player games. Honestly, probably one of my favorite games to play. Take these guys out real quick. See how I got that bonus armor, and then with that bonus armor it gives me the intimidate. This, especially for you guys who are just getting into the game, you know, farm Hunter's Fury, farm Sokolov, farm Grupo, or if you guys get that Sokolov backpack, you guys can run a 2-piece Sokolov if you guys want to. But I don't have one right now just because my, you know, RNG is pretty bad. Look at this big guy. Look how fast this big guy's gonna go down. I'm probably gonna 2-clip him. Look, just 2-clip him. Alright, we don't need none of that. Yeah, gonna try to, you know, do a build video, try to get one out to you guys every so often. Don't know how many I'll do a week, but I'll try to get as many as I can out to you guys. And if you guys want to see certain builds, or you know, certain builds you guys may like, I'll definitely try to get those out to you. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this control point. I think I saw a resource convoy out here. I don't know if I want to get that or not. We can probably get it, right? You know what, let's leave it. Let's leave it for now. Let's go ahead and take these guys out right here. Alright, nice. Reinforcements en route. See, as long as you keep that bonus armor protected, you will hit. You're gonna get that weapon damage to take them out. Alright, where are these guys at? Let's go down here. I am playing on heroic, so you guys can play heroic. This build is good for heroic. I think it honestly, it takes out these enemies quick, man. I mean, the time to kill with this build, as you know, my build's not even maxed out. So you guys could definitely optimize this build more and make it even hit harder. I gotta play smart here. Let's go over here. Take these guys out. This guy's trying to res. See, and it's like this build hits so hard that I don't even have to have my bonus armor sometimes, and I still hit hard. Oh man, the guy hits hard with that shotgun. Where you going? Look at him. Named enemy, literally 1-clip. Like, come on. Like, you cannot tell me this build is... There's a reason why a lot of people run this build. I mean, it clears out control points so quick. Yeah, this build's... I highly recommend this build for beginners. I mean, this was one of the first builds I farmed for when I first started playing this game. But yeah. But ideally, yeah, you want to get within these 10 to 15 meters to at least get that buff. And again, the Crusader Shield is a good skill to run with this build, just because it protects that bonus armor. And that bonus armor is what's going to give you that amplified damage. And as you can see, I don't even use my pulse that much, just because... Oh no. I'm lagging. Alright, hopefully the internet it's not too bad. Alright, we got enemies coming from both sides now. Let's get this guy over here. Where'd this guy go? Let's get this guy. And get these guys over here. Where's this guy at? This guy's running in circles. Alright, let's go.
Heavily armored hostile detected. What the hell happened?
See how it just disorients those enemies, so they basically have nowhere to go. I mean, they're just kind of trapped. As soon as I kill her, look at him. He's already disoriented, not going nowhere. This guy at over here. Stop running from me. That's it. What we got? Oh, we got rogues? Alright. Let's try to take these guys out. And again, this is where the Scorpio comes in handy for these rogues. But I mean, like I said, you guys don't need it. It's not like make or break this build. Just the ideal weapons you want are the are pretty much a good SMG. And these things have a lot of.
Detected. Rogue striker drone detected. Rogue commander seeker mine detected.
Literally just can't do anything. Like this build just hits so hard. Yeah, this build is insane.
Supply room access unlocked.
Alright. Anything good here? Nothing that I want. Again, trying to look for a good Sokolov bag. That's why I am pretty decent tsunami here. But I think I already have a you know what, I'll pick that up just in case I don't have it. But yeah. That's why I am farming Sokolov, just because that Sokolov piece had Intimidate on it. So like I said, it's not hard to get a Sokolov chest piece with Intimidate. I've seen that a lot of people don't really struggle with that, so you guys can find one pretty easy. Alright. Just pick up this loot and then hit the supply room. And I think that'll probably wrap up the video. Crit chance. See, again, another good Sokolov piece with weapon damage and crit chance. Those status effects, I mean, if we are running Hunter's Fury, so if you guys do want to put a little bit of status effects on here, you guys definitely can. But I probably wouldn't run that. I'd ideally go for weapon damage, and I'd honestly go for crit damage, crit chance. Grab this. Grab that.
Rogue incinerator turret detected.
Let's go over here. Grab this loot. But yeah, I've seen a lot of new people started playing the Division 2. So that's why I kind of want to make videos on it. I know we're getting a lot of new players, and yeah. Nothing that I want. Alright. But yeah, that is the build, guys. Hunter's Fury build, 4-piece. Again, a lot of people run this a lot of different ways. I mean, I've seen people run Obliterate with it. I've even seen people run like an SMG with an AR. So it's honestly like, make it your own. Don't think that just because we put out these builds, they have to be a certain way. Some of these builds do cater to different play styles more. Just like, of course, the Hunter's Fury will cater to the SMG and shotgun. That close range combat, it will cater to it more. But again, like I said, I've seen people run ARs with this build just because of the debuff the enemies get. So you guys can run it pretty much with whatever. The Scorpio, again, a lot of people a lot of people I've heard don't have this weapon yet, but I mean, I would really try to farm for Scorpios. You can go in the open world and just look for shotguns. Shotguns are right here, Jefferson Trade Center. You guys can run this mission on heroic, challenging, whatever you guys want. I think it'll pretty much drop on heroic or challenging. I don't know, just because I've been playing heroic for a while. I haven't really changed my difficulty. But you guys just look for shotguns, and you guys will have a chance at getting the Scorpio. Just to go over it real quick. Septic shock is the talent. Shooting a target amplifies stacks of venom, which lasts for 10 seconds. Increasing stacks add more severe debuffs to the target. 1 poison, 3 disorient, 6 shock, 7 target takes additional 20% damage from all sources. Stacks no longer increase. That 20% damage from all sources is, I think it is for you and your allies. I'm not sure, so I've seen people run. This is also a good shotgun for group play because it does do status effect damage. And if people are running a status effect build,
Rogue incinerator
or a
turret
build that requires like enemies to be under status effects to increase damage or whatever, you guys can definitely run this, and it will, be just as good in group as it is in solo. But again, didn't really want to show you guys a Scorpio just because I know a lot of people don't have it, and a lot of people think that it has to be with this build, but it does not. You guys can run any shotgun you guys like, but ideally you guys do want an SMG with this build. SMG, shotgun, or if you guys even want to run an AR, try to run an AR, I mean, go for it. But this is what I run. Scorpio, Dark Winter. Like I said, if you guys do not have the Dark Winter, I mean, there's so many other SMGs. I've seen people run a Backfire. I've seen people run Lady Death, Chatterbox. What else? Again, the regular doesn't have to be named. You guys can run the regular Vector. Maybe run Close and Personal. Or like I said, Measured, or honestly whatever. I heard that if you do put Killer on an SMG, like the regular Killer, not Perfect Killer, I do hear that it doesn't hit as hard as if you were to put Close and Personal. So if you guys want to, you guys can experiment with that. But yeah, this is what I run. Again, if you guys want to put more armor, you guys definitely can. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Again, if you guys want to see different builds, just let me know. I try to put a variety of builds on here: skill builds, status effect builds, AR builds, SMG builds, shotgun builds. I'm gonna try to bring everything I can for you guys that I personally love running, or that I think you guys will like. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video, guys. If you guys liked it, just let me know, and I'll catch you guys later.